An inside look into Russia's toughest prisons. Russia's penal system is infamous for its harsh conditions and brutal environments, but none are more feared than Russia's Polar Owl prison. Home to the country's most dangerous criminals, this facility has a reputation that chills even the most hardened convicts. But what lies beyond Polar Owl prison's infamy? Join us as we take an inside look into Russia's Polar Owl prison, where prisoners are expected to die at -50°C. Prepare to be mesmerized, as we'll also uncover the grim realities of life in other extreme prisons in Russia. Officially known as Penal Colony Number 18, the infamous Russian Polar Owl prison is a frosty correctional facility nestled high up on the Arctic Circle in North Russia. To get there, prisoners endure a grueling train journey of over 2 days, starting from the bustling city of Moscow. But the adventure doesn't end there. Once they reach the nearest train station, they still have to hop on a bus and travel a few more kilometers before finally arriving at this remote correctional facility. The Polar Owl prison is a world away from anything we can imagine. It's like being transported thousands of miles away from civilization itself. And to be sincere, the cold here is no joke. Temperatures can plummet to an astounding -40°C, making it colder than anywhere you've ever encountered. No wonder they decided to nickname this place after a majestic sculpted owl towering at the entrance. Furthermore, the Polar Owl prison is one of the most feared penitentiaries on the planet. This is where they keep the really tough guys, the serial killers, political terrorists, and the most serious offenders you can imagine. One notable convict in this penitentiary is Alexander Pushkin, a Russian serial killer who walked into this icy jail after ending the lives of over 60 people just for fun. Funnily enough, the guy's goal was to rack up enough victims to fill every square on a chessboard. When he got nabbed, they threw him in solitary confinement for life. However, even a guy like him couldn't handle the pressure of this place. According to him, he would rather be 6 feet under than spend his days in this frozen hell. And if a stone-cold killer like him says it's unbearable, you know it's off the charts. But hey, it's not just the bone-chilling cold that makes this prison a living nightmare. The Polar Owl is designed to shatter the human spirit into a million pieces. In this place, inmates are stuck in single cells or crammed into double cells with a strict rule to stay off those beds until the lights go out at 10 p.m. Can you even imagine sitting in one spot all day, every day for the rest of your life? That's mental torture, plain and simple. You would think these hardcore criminals deserve it, but that's some serious punishment. Now let's talk about those pleasant walks they get. Each inmate is allowed to go on a walk for 1 hour and 30 minutes every day. Sounds great, right? Unfortunately, it's just another kind of confinement, but with a view of the sky thanks to iron bars instead of a roof. And just when you think they might get a little peace, a security guard strolls along those bars, keeping a watchful eye on the prisoners. So while the inmates try to catch a glimpse of the skies,
the reality of their never-ending doom hangs heavy over them. It's like a cruel game of freedom, teased but never truly attained. As if that's not enough, inmates are locked away in a place where even forming a bond with another soul seems like a distant dream. This is believed to be the hardest part because most Russian prisoners make friends and communities that help them survive and make life in prison easier. That's the grim reality for over 300 inmates in Polar Owl prison. Here, isolation reigns supreme, cutting off any chance of building a sense of community that could bring a glimmer of light to their dark existence. Unlike Russian prisons, where inmates often find solace in their bonds and create their own support systems, Polar Owl prison offers no such solace. Inmates are trapped in a solitary world, confined to their cells with no glimpse of human connection beyond their one assigned roommate and the watchful eyes of prison guards. The mere thought of a meal shared in a bustling cafeteria or engaging in joint exercises with fellow prisoners is nothing but a distant memory for those serving time in Polar Owl prison. Communication is reduced to mere whispers between roommates, a faint echo in the empty halls of this desolate place. Even the rare visit from family members offers no respite from the endless monotony. With strict registration procedures and the daunting journey through harsh conditions just for a fleeting moment together, the joy of reunion is overshadowed by the heavy price it demands. It's safe to say that life in Polar Owl Prison is just a bland repetition of the same boring routines. Nothing fun, just some physical torture wrapped in a lot of mental torment. From the same food the inmates eat, to the radio shows they listen to, and the selected movies they are allowed to watch once a week, the lives of the inmates are completely programmed, and they just rinse and repeat. In all this, one thing that's truly shocking is the fact that no one has ever successfully escaped from Polar Owl Prison, despite its harsh conditions. The cells are enclosed by 3 iron doors, surrounded by 5 layers of iron fences, and patrolled by 20 heavy Caucasian shepherd dogs, ready to pounce at any sign of trouble. It's a fortress, making escape completely impossible. In 2011, a prisoner named Alexander Ilistratov proved this point when he attempted to flee during his daily walk. Ilistratov managed to hold the door with a small piece of iron and made a run for it. But as he tried to climb the fence and jump, he ended up being cornered by the snarling dogs, narrowly escaping being torn apart only because the guards intervened. But his punishment was severe. He was sent to solitary confinement for days and eventually passed away months later. The prison took notice and reinforced the iron fence with even more layers, ensuring that no one else would dare to try escaping. Now, the inmates just accept their fate and adapt to their solitary existence, facing the extreme cold or psychological hardships. But if you think Polar Owl's conditions are unbearable, get ready to be shocked, because there are even worse prisons out there.
The Butyrka prison is the complete opposite of the frigid environment at Polar Owl Prison. Situated in the Svedko district of central Moscow, Butyrka is notorious for its extreme heat that swelters inmates during the long summer months. It's a dangerous place, and the inmates here face a different kind of torture. Butyrka has a dark, storied history that dates back all the way to the 17th century. The current building was constructed in 1879 during Catherine the Great's reign and served as a transit home for prisoners during the Soviet Union era. Over the years, the prison has taken on different functions, but today, political prisoners, revolutionaries, terrorists, and government opponents are most likely to be found in its cells. The conditions here are grim, with overcrowding, malnutrition, and disease being commonplace. Sadly, many of the inmates have not even been sentenced yet, waiting in what feels like an endless limbo of uncertainty and fear. The cells are cramped and unsanitary, and the constant noise and bustle of activity outside only add to the inmates' distress. The prison is one of Russia's largest establishments, yet it harbors a chilling secret. It's the most overcrowded prison in the country. Imagine a cell meant for 10 people packed with 100. The overcrowding issue sets Butyrka apart from the desolate isolation of Polar Owl, creating a living nightmare for its unfortunate inmates. In this overcrowded chaos, disease thrives. Tuberculosis and acquired immune deficiency virus run rampant, claiming lives faster than ever before. Prison guards shuttle inmates in cramped van hands, exposing even the healthy ones to deadly illnesses like tuberculosis before they even set foot in their cells. And when most detainees are drug users, sharing a single needle among 100 creates a breeding ground for the rapid spread of acquired immune deficiency virus. The idea of over 100 inmates crowded together, all sharing just one needle, appears extremely cruel. By the end of the day, it's impossible to find even one healthy inmate in the Butyrka prison. This prison is known to be one of the most dangerous in the country, and it's not hard to see why. The spread of acquired immune deficiency and tuberculosis among inmates in this prison seems almost like an intentional act by the prison managers. It's almost as if they're using these diseases as a weapon to further punish the offenders. It's true that the spread of diseases can be avoided, but perhaps the managers have a sinister motive. Could it be that they are trying to ensure that lifers are punished for their rebellion against the government and for causing chaos in the nation? It wouldn't be surprising if this is what they were thinking.